Hello and welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. Ladies and gentlemen, we are clocking in with some more alerts from our trading indicator down here. We're actually taking a look at Bitcoin right now, and you can see that last dot is still red. So we are going to remain bearish on Bitcoin. If I was holding any Bitcoin left, I would actually be selling this bounce here. We are now trending below the orange line, which is our 9-week EMA. Yes, we're bouncing on the 50, but that 9 EMA, that orange line, acts as our momentum indicator. We want to be buying when we are above that orange line. Okay, we want to ride that thing all the way up. You can see back here is when it broke out back above it. That was in October. Broke out there at about 27, and then it ripped all the way up to 70. So now that we are breaking down below that 9 EMA, right, we did get the green dot a couple weeks ago on July. We talked about this in yesterday's video. That was our entry right there on Bitcoin. Okay, but that did turn out to be a false breakout. And I talked about that in yesterday's video. If you guys missed yesterday's video, there's a lot of gems in there. So make sure you go back and watch that if you didn't. But you could see how we broke above the EMA here. Okay, we broke above the EMA and then it got sold back off. Give me 1 second here. Give me a sec. I'm sorry. Okay, and that actually brings me to the next point I want to make, and that is the fact that we are changing something on our trading rules. So we do have a specific set of rules that we follow on this channel. The first one is that we are swing traders and we focus on a weekly chart. So we're trading based on the weekly time frame. Yes, we look at the monthly. Yes, we look at the daily. But ideally, we want to focus on the weekly chart. We're trying to make these big swings, right? We want to make this trade from 26 all the way up to 70. That's 150, 200% on your investment. We timed this entry perfectly back in September. Okay, and we also got another entry right here. Okay, and that was a beautiful entry. You can see the green dot was the signal. The green dot was the signal. And the last two green dots that we got were actually false breakouts, and we identified those. So I talked a lot about using the stop loss yesterday. Okay, here was the breakout above our orange line. We got the green dot. But again, I told you guys, if we break down below 60K, right, 60K, which is the bottom of the candle that we get the green dot on, right? Our green dots are our buy signals. The red dots are our sell signals. So if you're holding Bitcoin right now, you're holding it below a very major, right, exponential moving average, which is our orange line here, and you're holding it through a red dot. So that is scary. Okay, and I could actually turn back on the 200 EMA. So we like to focus on the 200 to 50 and the 9. Okay, I think Bitcoin's going to come back down here to 35, 40K. And I'm just a guy on YouTube, but I think it makes sense to come back down there and retest it. That's where we bounced last time, back here off of 25K. And it's been acting as a very major support. We also looked at this chart yesterday, and we saw that the last bull run actually started after we had this takeoff here, and then it pulled back into the 200. That was in March 2020. If you guys were around, that was the COVID dip. Bitcoin went from 10K all the way down to 3K, and then it ripped all the way from 3 all the way up to 70. So I think there's going to be a major correction in Bitcoin. I don't think a lot of people are ready for it. Okay, I think we just got caught in one of these bull traps here. So this dip, right, this bounce you're seeing right now, oh, we're going back to normal. Yeah, everything's normal. We're bouncing. I think we're about to get one of these dips, folks. And again, I'm just a guy on YouTube, but what I'm looking at on the chart is that we just got caught in a bull trap. Okay, this green dot, we were supposed to go up off this dot right here. Okay, that dot was supposed to be the bottom. Okay, but it wasn't. Okay, it was a bull trap. Okay, and now, if you're still in your positions, right, it's this bounce is a blessing. Okay, but you can see what happens when our support level breaks. And again, we're now below that 9 EMA, that orange line. So you can see how the orange line acts as support, okay, when we're above it, and it acts as resistance when we're below it. So I think Bitcoin's probably going to bounce maybe up to 61K here, but I think it's going to get sold back off, okay? I think it needs to reclaim, in order to remain bullish, it needs to reclaim 62. If we can break back up over 62, the trade is back on. But again, everything is pointing down. I think it makes more sense for us to correct, get all the weak hands out of the market. And if this happens, you're going to be really glad that you are holding cash. And again, the last dot is red. So personally, I'm never holding through the red dots on the weekly chart. Those are our sell signals. Again, if you were taking the trade off the green dot here, you guys should have been out at the break of 60K. Okay, the break of 60K, you should have been out of the trade. Okay, so now we are waiting again for the next round of green dots. These green dots are very, very accurate. I would say they are 90 or 80 to 85% accurate. Okay, and the cool thing about them is that we know we are wrong when our support level breaks. When 60K broke, we knew we were wrong. We didn't have to sit through this extra 15% dip. The best place to buy the green dots are down here. Okay, when the blue wave is down here. Not so much up here. I mean, these are good, yes. But down here, okay, these are the most accurate. Okay, and again, we got to be trending above our EMAs here. So you got the green dot right here last time, bang, rip. Green dot right here last time, boom, rip. Okay, so as long as we're below this 9 EMA on Bitcoin, I'm bearish on the crypto markets. Okay, and yes, we can come back up here to 61, but that would still mean I'm still bearish. Okay, as long as this last dot remains red, I'm bearish on the market. Red means down, green means up. So I actually made a little bit of a change to our rules over here today. It's a minor change, but we only buy assets trending above the 9 EMA. Okay, that is the orange line. We want to buy assets trending above the orange line, not just the blue line. Okay, we want to be up above that orange line because you could see this is the time you want to be holding Bitcoin. Okay, you don't want to hold it when we're chopping around and it's going up and down like we've seen over the last 3 or 4 months. You want to buy a big breakout like we got right there. Okay, this was the candle to enter. This also was a good candle to enter, but this was a big breakout above it. And you can see the price just absolutely ripped. Okay, that breakout came at 27 last time, and it went all the way up to, like I said, 74K. That's 150% return. So I'm going to wait for this thing to correct. Okay, I think this is coming. This is my stance. Okay, I think this is coming right here. I think this spare is coming. I think people are going to be crying to their mamas. And I think we're going to maybe get a bounce around November, December, around the election. But as of right now, guys, I'm fully bearish on the crypto markets. Again, I admit we got caught in a bull trap. Okay, now we're moving on. Okay, we're moving on now. 60K broke. Okay, let's wait for them to dip everybody out. Everyone's going to bail here pretty soon. This is a nice little bounce here right now, but I don't think it's going to continue very long. I think if anything, take some off the table here on the red, okay, and enter back in on the green. Okay, green dots are our buy signals, red dots are our sell signals. And we're always setting a stop loss at the bottom of the green candle, at the bottom of the buy signal. Okay, that was this candle right here. When that breaks, we know the green dot was a false alert. Okay, that's how you avoid false breakouts, is by using a stop loss. Okay, that's how you limit your risk to the downside. Okay, so these trading rules are right over here. Again, we enter and exit positions using the trading indicator. Green means buy, red means sell. Okay, the trading indicator is right here inside the Discord. If you guys don't have it, all you got to do is click this, and all of this will load directly into your chart. We use the 200, the 50, and the 9 EMA. Those are the moving averages we like to pay attention to. Again, we like to buy when it's above that 9 EMA, and you can do that on any chart. You can do that on a daily chart. Okay, you can see right here on a daily chart when we broke out over the 9 EMA right here on Bitcoin. What did it do? It went up. This one on the daily was from 58 up to 68. Beautiful trade. But you can see as long as we're trending below it, the 9 EMA, we're in a bear market. So I think, yes, we can come back up here to 60K on Bitcoin. I think it's going to maybe bounce up here, but I think it's going to get rejected and continue lower as long as the last dot remains red on the chart. So with that being said, let's take a look at some of our alerts that we got today. We cover these every single day here on the channel. All I'm seeing today is a bunch of big green daily alerts, and we'll check out these charts. We got Shiba, we got HBAR, we got Swift, we got QNT, CRO, QQQ with a monthly, WDC with a green dot buy signal there, Uber with a big green dot buy signal. We got Fubu. Fubu actually beat on their earnings today. Okay, that's a green dot on the weekly chart. That is bullish. And here's VeChain with a daily, TSM with a daily, and XLM with a daily. So let's take a look at those alerts here. I'm going to go over here to my alerts action. And again, if you guys do not have the indicator, you can get that over in the Discord, and you could set up these alerts for yourself. So to set up an alert on the indicator, all you got to do is right click and hit add alert. And then the majority of the signals, so the big green circle is more accurate than the small green circle. The big green circle just means we're very, very deep down here on the trading indicator. The ones with the shaded area down here, these are the big green dots. So the big green dots have the shaded area. The small green dots don't have the shaded area down here on the trading indicator. So keep that in mind. And again, I use the big green dots on the daily. the big ones, and I use the small green dots on the weekly, just because weekly dots are way more accurate than daily dots. And the daily dots, you can see a bunch of them come all the time, but the big green dots are the ones I want to be buying on the daily charts. So Bitcoin's probably going to get one here. Again, I think we're going to bounce up to 61, but I think we're going to flush after that. Again, we're just trending below our EMAs. It does not look good. And the monthly chart on Bitcoin is still red. So you can see the monthly chart. Okay, if you guys just want to be long-term investors, just trade the monthly chart. Okay, this called the bottom of Bitcoin down here in January of 2023. That was at $18,000. It called it right here in April of 2019. That was at $3,000. Okay, it called the bottom right here in July 2015. That was $225. And then up here it called the top at 20K. Up here it called the top at 74K. And it just called the top again back up here at about 71. So again, expecting Bitcoin to pull back down to 36 to 40K. That is the stance now. And that's not going to change until we get back over our 9 EMA there on Bitcoin. So let's take a look at these alerts. Again, CRO, it got the big green dot here. We need to get back up above 8.2. So if you're taking this trade, you want to anticipate that breaking out. 0.074 is the level, but you can see this happens, right? As long as we're below that EMA, that orange line, okay, we're trending down, trending down, trending down. That was a nice little trade here. Boom, for a couple days, bang, nice trade. But now we're still trending below it. So I want to see us break back above the 9 EMA, that orange line, okay, just like we did back here. Okay, we broke out right here, boom, okay, and there was the trade. Boom, 8 all the way up to 16. That was a beautiful, beautiful trade. So let's wait for that 9 EMA, okay, and this is a daily chart. We got these alerts on the daily chart, so we're taking a look at the daily. One thing I do like about CRO, though, is it's very oversold here on the weekly, okay, and that is a bull hammer. So I would set the stop loss on CRO off a trade off this daily dot at 0.074. Okay, but I think it could go as low back down there to the low at 0.067. I'd like to see a weekly green dot on CRO before I decided to take a position. Here's XLM on the daily, also giving you one here. Big sell-off, big liquidation candle here. Again, let's wait to see if that thing reclaims the 9 EMA. It's still trending below it, so there is a chance we can get rejected back off of it. So the current support level for Stellar is going to be down there at 0.075. Weekly chart also giving you a red dot here. So the weekly chart is also red. Again, I don't like to buy assets that are red on the weekly chart. We are weekly chart focused. Yes, this is a nice bull hammer, but we still have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 5 days left on the week. So they could shove this thing right back down. I do not like the fact that we are trending below the 9 EMA, the orange line, on the daily and the weekly chart. But again, this green dot is telling you something, okay? It's a potential bottom, a potential bottom. So what I do is, again, wait for the breakout above either the EMA on the daily, okay, that would be about 0.094, or the breakout above on the weekly. Okay, you can see when we break out above the 9 EMA, boom, there's the breakout, there's the trade. There's the breakout, there's the trade. Okay, you don't want to buy when we're trending below it because it's a bear market, bear market, bear market. Ugly time to be a buyer. We want to buy the breakout of it. Boom, breakout, there's the pullback, and there's the rip. So XLM, interesting looking chart there. Again, the true macro support is going to be at the bottom of yesterday's candle, which is a massive, massive dip from here. I mean, they dipped this thing hard, okay, and they sucked it right back up. So the trade level on that, if you're looking at a daily, is actually 0.087. But again, we're still trending below all major moving averages, which means we are in a bear market. Again, we want to break out above the moving averages. That's where our trade comes in. Here's a TSM with a big green dot on the daily, also, though, trending below the 9 EMA. So I want to see a breakout above that. I think this thing could see a rejection tomorrow. Okay, so if you want to short this thing, it doesn't look too bad to short it at with a stop loss at 158. But again, trending below that 9 EMA. Okay, we're not out of the woods yet. I know we bounced really hard, but we're still down, folks. We're still down. Here's VeChain giving a big green dot on the daily. Stop loss on that is going to be 0.021 for an entry. Nice wick candle there again. Still trending below the 9 EMA. We want to buy the breakout above it. Okay, and we want to ride that puppy up. Okay, breakout above it, ride that puppy up. As long as we're down below it, we're in a bear market. Okay, we're trending down, 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 down. We want to buy the breakout of it, okay, and then there's the rip. So we'll keep an eye on VeChain. I want to see that thing break out over the 9 EMA before we take take a position there. Fubo. Fubo beat on their earnings today. They are a very, very low market cap coin. I mean, I think, or not coin, I'm sorry, they're a company. And I've talked about them quite a bit, but this was a trade for me based off the monthly chart. So you can see we bottomed right here at about 94 cents, and then we're back way down here. So I want to sell this thing when the wave comes back up here on the monthly. Okay, you can see that was a monster move there from $9 all the way up to 63. So that's what I'm betting on, or that's what I'm playing here. And you can see they beat their earnings. They actually surprised on their earnings by 42%, and they surprised on their revenue that was released today. Okay, this daily is very far down here, and we are above the 9 EMA now. So we have broken back above it. So the trade on this, the level's going to be, I got a stop loss set at 120 on Fubo, but this is a Hail Mary here. Okay, this is a Hail Mary. If we come back up here to the 50, just like we did right there, okay, that's going to be a major, major move. That's a 900% move back to the top. And I think Fubo is a legitimate company. I actually use their streaming service. They offer a ton of sports. You get all the news channels, everything. It's a little more expensive, but I think the quality of it is very good. I think they got a legitimate business. So again, this is a trade on the monthly chart. I'm not going to sell it till the monthly gets back up in this area. Okay, and I don't know if that's going to be a year from now, 2 years from now, whatever the case may be. But they did beat on earnings, and they got a green dot on the weekly. That is that the weekly? Small green dot on the weekly chart. I don't know why that alerted me, because the dot came back here on the 24th. It might be on the, was it on the Hikashi? No. That's weird how that alert came today. But again, level I'm watching is about 119. That's the bottom of this week's low, right? They sold off into their earnings, but then they pumped on earnings. Okay, I think that's a good trade. We're above the 9 EMA. I like it. Okay, I actually have a full position in it. And here's WDC, also given a big green dot down here on the daily. Okay, but where are we trending? We're trending below the 9 EMA. Can you see how the 9 EMA acts as resistance? Okay, I almost just want to take the 50 off and the 200. Okay, you can see resistance, resistance, resistance. Okay, we want to buy the breakout above the 9. Boom, there's the breakout, there's the rip. Okay, so the big green dot comes, that tells you, hey, this could be the bottom. Okay, this could be the potential bottom here at 55.98. Wonderful. Okay, but I want to wait till we get back above the 9. Okay, because I don't want that thing to pump up to 61 and then get rejected again. What they do on their earnings? They actually beat on their earnings too, so that was a surprise. So they did good on their earnings. Tech companies are reporting very well. But again, we want to buy the breakout above the 9 and then ride that puppy up. This was a beautiful trade from 42 all the way up to 48. Okay, just keep it pumping. As long as we're below that, okay, we're trending down. We want to wait for the breakout above that orange line. And that is the small change I made to the trading rules. Okay, we want to pay attention to the 9 EMA, not the 50 EMA. The 9 EMA is the momentum indicator. As long as the 9 EMA, if we're trending above it, okay, we're moving up. If we're trending below it, we're moving down. But the daily is telling you, yes, this could be a potential bottom. So if you were to play this dot right here on Market Cypher, 56 would have to be your stop loss. Okay, that's the bottom of the candle. We are getting the green dot on. So I think this thing has the potential to bounce back up to 62. If it breaks out, wonderful. But again, green dot, that was the signal that came in today. Uber is one that I like a lot more than WDC. Why? Because we're getting a big green dot and a breakout above the 9 here. And a breakout above the 9. They killed on their earnings. They absolutely crushed their earnings today. Beating on revenue and beating on earnings. So that's a good thing, right? We want companies that are beating on their earnings, that are making money. Okay, so this is a daily big green dot here on Uber. And I think the weekly's actually very oversold too. So Uber is on my looking to buy list this week. Again, nice breakout over the 9 EMA. When that happens, we normally get some follow through. Okay, look at this. Okay, it broke out last time back here. Boom. What did it do? It went from 42 all the way up to 62. It pulled back a little bit, broke back above it, got the green dot, and then absolutely ripped. I'm super bullish on Uber. Okay, and I think that thing's going to be an excellent trade over the next couple of weeks to months. Where I would look to sell this thing is when the stochastic RSI on our weekly chart gets back up here to the white dotted line. Last time that happened was back up here at 80. What did it do? It hit the white dotted line, and then it sold off. Okay, what did it do right here? It hit the white dotted line, sold off a little bit, ended up ripping again, and then sold off. So that thing has a lot of meat on the bone, so to speak, okay, on the weekly chart. So I'm bullish on Uber. That one's on the looking to buy list. I like the breakout here on the daily, okay, up above the 9 EMA. That's looking good. Here's QQQ. This is the tech sector, the tech ETF. So these are all the major tech companies like Facebook, Netflix, right? Apple, Microsoft. Red on the monthly. The red on the monthly is very dangerous. So tech could be in trouble here. Okay, tech could be in trouble here with that red dot on the monthly chart. That is a macro time frame. Where we want to buy QQQ is down here. Okay, this is where we want to buy. Back in January 2023, that was at 263. Market went up 100%. Congratulations. Okay, take your profits. It's time to get out. Okay, red dot, that is a sell signal on the monthly. Guys, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but QQQ SPY, okay, you're talking about Bitcoin, you're talking about Ethereum, you're talking about Solana, okay, you're talking about the SPY, okay, everything is red on the monthly, okay, and the monthly is the macro chart, right? This is the macro time frame. So again, it's not the greatest time to be a long-term investor, to be going long here on any of these assets, on any stock, on anything. It's going to be a trader's market for the next, I would say, couple of months. Okay, maybe even longer than that. We could see a big correction here. Okay, the time to buy again is down here off a green dot if you're going long, and this is a monthly chart. Again, we like to focus on the weekly here, and the weekly is even down here below the 9 EMA. You can see we broke down there. So I'm not saying we can't pump back up to 536, but as long as that's acting as resistance, I don't want to be in the trade. Okay, I want to be in the trade here. Okay, boom, up above the 9 EMA. Ride that puppy up. Okay, boom, sell here. Okay, sell on the red dot, maybe right over here at 520, whatever. Okay, pull back, get back above it, get back in, rip it up. Okay, but we are down below. So this bounce isn't anything, folks. If you guys are excited about this bounce on Bitcoin, Ethereum, all this stuff, it's not a legit bounce. This is a sucker's bounce. Okay, an absolute sucker's bounce. Okay, and here's QNT. And I might be wrong. Like if we do break back above the 9 EMA, if QQQ can get back up above the 9 EMA here, it's got a long way to go though, dude. I mean, it's got a massive amount to go. It's got a long way to recover. Okay, it has to get back over like 463 there on the weekly. So be cautious of that. QNT is one that's very oversold. A lot of people were very bullish on this name, and it's just continued to fall. Okay, again, trending below what? The 9 EMA, trending below, lower low. What I want to see is the breakout above the 9. Okay, the breakout above the 9 will be the signal that we are going higher. Okay, we're pretty far off of it. It's probably going to correct back into the 9, back up here to 74 on this quote-unquote bounce. But I think you can see it get rejected. And we got a daily big green dot there. So if you're playing that bounce, your stop loss needs to be $58. Again, down below. Okay, trending below. Little breakout here, false breakout though. Okay, again, you want the breakout and you want to ride that thing all the way up. Okay, as of right now, it's still bearish, right? We're catching a fallen knife trying to buy it here. Okay, 58's your stop loss on that. I do like how far down it is on the monthly though. So, I mean, true support's probably down here at about 40.99. Okay, that's where we bounced back here in June. We went from 40 all the way up to 231. That was a great trade. But it's just been ugly for QNT. It's just been absolutely ugly. And again, I want to see a breakout over our 9 EMA on the weekly chart there. Here's Swift, also given a daily big green dot today. Okay, again, major oversold, and then pump it back up. It's probably going to pump here into 0.033, but again, you're buying in a downtrend. As long as we're below this 9 EMA, we're in a downtrend. Downtrend. Okay, it's going down. They're flushing people out. It is getting down here on the weekly, so what we can do is wait for the weekly green dot. Okay, the weekly green dot will be the answer, but I think this thing could probably fade back down to the low of 0.023. Okay, again, just be patient here, folks. I think we're going to see a massive consolidation pattern. I think we're just going to find support here. I don't think we're going to pump straight back up. I just don't see it happening. Okay, the best thing we can do right now is wait for the next round of green dots on the weekly charts. Okay, for that with XLM, for CRO, for everything. If you want to be absolutely sure, wait for the next round of green dots and wait for us to get back above that 9 EMA. Okay, that 9 EMA. You want to get back above the orange line. As long as we're below that, again, trending down. So we'll see how Stellar reacts here. We'll see how Swift reacts here. Okay, Swift also had that daily big green dot come there on the signal. So if you're playing the dot, again, it has to be at the bottom of the green candle, or the green dot that we're getting the low on there, and that's 0.0027. So keeping an eye on that for a breakout above it. But again, it's been ugly for Swift. I got stopped out on this thing, I believe, at like 5 cents or something like that. Okay, when we broke back down below it, that was ugly. But again, here's your trade. Okay, break up above it. Okay, rip. This thing went from 0.004 all the way up to 0.008. That was a 100% move there. But again, I don't like to buy assets that are trending down. I want to trade with the trend. Okay, we want to trade with the trend up above the 9 EMA. Right now, we're in an absolute bear market. Okay, as long as the last dot is red on the weekly, okay, we are in a bear market. As long as we are trending below the 9 EMA, we are in a bear market. Okay, and things could get ugly for Swift there. Here's H-bar also giving a daily, just showing us that we are oversold here again. Not taking any moves on this until we break above the 9 EMA. Okay, that has been resistance, 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 resistance. You want the breakout. Okay, that's your entry candle. Okay, that's your stop loss. And again, the weekly chart is what? It's oversold here. Weekly chart's very oversold on H-bar. Okay, that thing could bounce probably back to 7. Okay, but that's going to probably be resistance there. We'll see if we can break out over that level. Once again, down below it, we're trending down. Up above it, we're trending up. And again, our sell target is up here when we hit the white dotted line on our trading indicator here. Boom, that's the top in area. We either want to sell when it hits that white dotted line, or we get a red dot. We're never holding through red dots. If you guys held through this red dot back here in May, that was at what, 11 cents? Okay, this thing got the absolute smackdown. Okay, 60% down off its last sell signal. Okay, right there, you're down 60% if you were like, oh, it's just red, right? Nothing's going to happen. It's just red. It'll come back. Okay, get wrecked. Okay, you put in 10 grand up here in this area, you're down 6 grand. You're down to 4K because you didn't listen to the indicator. Okay, indicator is the it's going to save you guys. It's going to save you guys money. It's going to tell you when you're wrong. Okay, if you're trading without it, I feel bad for you. I don't know how you could trade without this thing. Okay, here's SHIB. This one also gave a big green dot on the daily as well last night. What do you know? Okay, still trending below the 9 EMA. So what this is telling you is that, hey, this is a potential bottom. Again, big old wick down. It's probably going to correct back up into the 9, and we'll see if we can break back over that thing. But if you want to trade the daily chart, again, we are very, very oversold here. 0.000013 is going to be the support. We got a big wick there on the weekly as well. So I'm looking for SHIB. I'm looking for a green dot. Okay, just like we got back here in October. That's how I know I can be sure. Okay, that's how I know I can be sure. Bang. Okay, that is where I want to be entering on SHIB. Okay, right down here, and then we ride that puppy all the way up for the trade. That was a nice, beautiful, okay, about 100% move. Okay, came back down. What did it do? Gave you a green dot. Okay, above the 9, rip. Okay, massive move there. So let's wait for that to get back over the moving average. We're not out of the woods yet. We are not out of the woods yet. Okay, here's MSTR. Red dot on the weekly this week. They flushed it down, and now we're pumping back up. I think this thing gets rejected at about 1,500. Okay, 1,500 is going to be the top for MSTR, and then it's going to continue on down. Never holding through a red dot. Okay, I don't care what the market does. I'm listening to the AI. You guys should listen to the AI. Okay, it takes the emotion out of trading. Here's AT&T, given a red dot on the weekly. It is still trending above the 9 EMA, so the stop loss on this is going to be 1862 if you want to continue to hold it. But again, it's pretty overextended. In my opinion, it's up in profit-taking territory. Okay, your entry was right here off this green dot. Bang, break above the 50, or break above the 9. Bang, stop loss at 1639. Again, the stop loss on our trades is always at the bottom of the candle we're getting the green dot on. Okay, and this one right here was 1693. Okay, that was a 1% risk to the downside. It went from 16 all the way up to 20. That's about a 30% move. Okay, well, 17% move. I was close. We got PFE given a weekly. Okay, and again, red dot on the weekly. Ugly. Okay, 2880 is my stop loss on that. Breaking down below the 9 EMA. It needs to hold on to 28. Call it 2850. ASTS, that one had a red dot on the weekly. This thing's just absolutely ripping. Okay, here was your trade here. Okay, big breakout there. $4. That thing went all the way up to 20. This was an insane move. Okay, I'm going to buy the first pullback I get on ASTS. If you were entering on this green dot back here in April, That was at about $2. That was a 10x trade. It went 10x. So you put in 1,000 down here, you got 10 grand now. You put in 10 grand down here, you got 100K now. You put in 100K down here, you got $1 million now. So congratulations. That was a beautiful, beautiful trade on ASTS. And this is going to be one we're going to be watching moving forward for a pullback. I'm going to buy the next gray dot down here on ASTS. But as of right now, that one gave the sell signal, looks like yesterday. SoFi with a red dot, ugly. I'm shorting the crap out of this, right? Ugly rejection off the 9. Okay, dipping on down here. Red dot, ugly. Stochastic pointing down, just absolutely ugly. This was the time to trade SoFi right here. That breakout, bang, rip. Okay, ugly, just absolutely ugly. CGC also breaking down below it, ugly. This is Rumble, their YouTube competitor, again, down below the EMA, red dot, ugly. Okay, looks ugly. Okay, very important you guys are using the 9 EMA here. Okay, I changed that from the 50 to the 9. Okay, as momentum traders, we want to trade the 9 EMA. We're no longer using the 50 as a reference. We're using this orange line. Okay, if you buy the trading indicator, though, you can get the 50 and the 200 on your chart. I have all the settings and everything set up for you guys so you can load the indicator and the EMAs directly into your TradingView account. All you need is a TradingView account. You will need the basic plan. I think it's the basic version. I think it's like $15 a month. The indicator is a one-time purchase. You can start your TradingView account here. That's step 1. And then you come here to the TradingView account. You can purchase the indicator. And again, all of this loads directly into your chart. But some small changes today on the strategy. Moving forward, we're using the 9 EMA. We want to reference that. We want to buy assets trending above that, not below it. And you can see Roblox here broke down below it and has a red dot. So that's an excellent place to take a short. Okay, and again, 38 would be the stop loss on the short. But red means down, green means up, folks. It's really that simple. As long as the last dot is red, we're trending down, and that can be confirmed when we are below the 9 EMA. Okay, here is your trade on Roblox. Boom, that thing ripped up. Okay, very, very nice trade. MNMD, okay, also another one. Red, also trending below the 9 EMA. Okay, 970 is the stop on a short, but again, red means down, green means up. It does have some support right here, but if that support level breaks right there at 670, okay, 670 breaks, we're going back down. But that thing is below the 9 with a red dot. That is a short. That is a sell signal right there. So I would not be taking any long positions. Again, here is your trade on MNMD right here at $3. Okay, broke above it, and then it absolutely ripped to the upside. Okay, it used that 9 EMA as support all the way up. And now that we have broken below it, support comes resistance. With support comes resistance. 960 is that level you're watching there for a rejection. That's it for today's alerts. We will be staying on top of these throughout the week. We're dropping new videos right here on YouTube and Twitter every single day, Monday through Friday. Staying alert, folks. Staying up to date with what's going on inside the markets. Hopefully you guys got some value out of this. If you guys have any questions, my email is over here in the Discord. Okay, overkill@overkillinvesting.club. You can also talk to me over here inside the Discord. We have about 400 members in our Discord channel. Okay, very, very interactive over here. It's been a little dull lately, but I mean, it's understandable, right? We're in a bear market. Things are going down. People aren't as excited. Okay, people are excited when we're doing this, when we're just freaking ripping, right? This is when everybody's super happy. Everyone's in the Discord talking about how great they are, right? Typical new paradigm delusion phase. I guarantee you, once we go back to the bull market, once we get the signal from the indicator and this run begins again, everyone will be back, everyone will be screaming, everybody will feel happy again. But right now, everyone's, right, they're in fear. People not really sure what's going on. Okay, they're not ready for this capitulation, and pretty soon there will be despair. And I think we might even, you might see a lot of blood in the streets, I think, over here in the next couple of weeks to months. Very, very, very likely that we can come back down to 36, 40,000 on Bitcoin. Come and kiss this 200 EMA just like we did back there. So with that being said, that's it for today. Hopefully you guys got some value out of this. If we can get this video to 100 likes, I'll give away $500 of Bitcoin or your favorite cryptocurrency. So smash the like, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys are watching or if you're seeing any breakouts that I'm not seeing here. If you guys got chart requests, feel free to drop them over here inside the request thread. I'd be happy to answer those on a daily basis. If you guys want to take a look at some charts, I'd love to give you my insight on what you're trading. And again, none of this is financial advice. Always do your own research, and God bless you. Have a good day. and we'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.